Hello everyone, this is HammerTron here with a new figurine review for you. This time I am reviewing the Schleich Eldrador Creatures Hellhound. This is catalog number 42451. I bought this through an online store because there's a little punch hole here for hanging this on a peg, but it hasn't been punched out. I don't think this will be found in a store in America because it's an open package, and the problem is people tend to touch it and break it in the store, so it's just not going to work. So I bought it through an online store, had some tissue wrapped around the figure. It was in this bag, so it was nicely protected when it arrived. Here is the front of the package, open package. We can see the figure. It's attached to the box here. There's the front. There is the top. There is the bottom with some manufacturing information. One side shows the address for Schleich. There's nothing on this side. Here is the back. Shows a picture of the Eldrador Creatures world with the 4 factions at this time. There's water, ice, fire and lava, and stone. Later they add a jungle faction with a gorilla hanging here, but this came out before they added that jungle faction. Here's the Hellhound and some of the other figures available at the time, and this is their cross-sell. So I will take this out and review it in just a moment. Here is the Schleich Eldrador Creatures Hellhound. I bought this through an online store sometime during 2022. I couldn't tell when it was first molded. It didn't have a specific year stamped on the figurine itself. Let's take a look at the dimensions of this figurine. So from the curve of the fiery tail there up to the nose of the head sticking out farther, it's about 6 inches long, or about 15 centimeters long. At the widest point, with the paws outstretched there and the loop of the tail there, it's about 3 inches wide, maybe 7.5 centimeters wide. At the highest point, up to the top of the second head there, it's about 3 3/4 inches tall, or about 9.5 centimeters tall. So it's a nicely sized figurine. It's a very scary looking figurine. So this Hellhound is a 2-headed dog with lots of flames all over it. Has a nice fiery tail here, curved around to the front. Seems to have kind of a fiery collar around it with some spikes here. We see some orange paint on the heads there. So it's covered with flames. If we look at the eyes, there are white dots painted on the eyes to make sure we can see the glowing eyes. I like the work they did on the teeth there. Lots of painted details there. Lots of spikes here on the collar and on the back here, going around to the tail. Then we have some spikes on the legs, on the sides of the legs here. Lots of detailed work there. And then we have the claws on each paw. So they painted them to indicate fire or flames or maybe lava. Down here is some manufacturing information, but I couldn't tell if there was a year there. And they sculpted the bottoms of the paws, so lots of details all over. Now the legs, if we try to squeeze the legs, they don't really bend, so it's nice, hard, stiff plastic for the legs. The tail, I think, is the weakest point. We could bend it a little bit. If we bend it too much, it'll probably snap off right around here. So we want to be careful about that. The heads, if we squeeze those, we can't bend them. You know, very thick pieces of plastic here. Nice work on the ears. So this one looks like he's ready to attack. This one's maybe on guard. Well, I'm not familiar with dogs, but this one just looks like it's ready to attack, and this one is, well, more on guard, I think. But, you know, very, very impressive work on the collar here. I think this is meant to be a collar with lots of flames, or maybe it's lava. Whatever it is, it's meant to be very hot. Although I'm not burning my fingers by touching it, so I'm happy about that. So this is part of the fire or lava faction in Eldrador Creatures. So a very scary looking monster. So I think this would be good for a variety of displays or dioramas if we want to have monsters. Maybe have this attacking the hero, if we have a little hero figure or figurine. Looks kind of nice on display. I kind of like it this way. We can see both heads. We could also see both heads this way, but then we have the tail looped around covering some of the body. So I think I like this side better. So all in all, pretty impressive looking figurine. Certainly scary looking. It's meant to be scary. So I think I'll enjoy having this on display and putting this in some dioramas where I need some monster that just looks scary. So thank you for watching my review video. Remember to like the video, leave a comment, let me know what you think of this figurine, and remember to subscribe to my channel to keep up to date with my future reviews. I'll see you next time. Bye everyone.